Welcome, dreamers and travelers. Before we begin tonight's journey, take a moment to get comfortable. Let your body settle into whatever you're resting on, whether it's your bed or your couch. Loosen your jaw, drop your shoulders, allow your breath to fall into a slower, softer rhythm. You don't need to hold anything right now. This space is just for you.
If there are other places you'd love me to take you next time, Kyoto, Capri, London, Bali, the Maldives, or somewhere you've always dreamt of, just leave a comment and let me know. I love creating these worlds with you. For tonight, though, we're slipping gently into Paris, a soft, cinematic, golden night Paris that will hold you until you drift into deep, easy sleep. Let yourself settle. Let everything soften. And let's begin. You wake slowly in your Paris apartment, tucked beneath soft, warm sheets. The air is still cool from the night, carrying a faint scent of fresh linen and open windows. For a long moment, you simply lie there, cocooned in the hush of the morning. There is no urgency here, no reason to rush, no alarms demanding your attention. Just the soft hum of a city waking gently. The light filtering through your curtains is pale and milky, softening everything it touches. You stretch your limbs beneath the sheets, feeling the way your muscles slowly loosen and lengthen. Your toes point, your spine curves slightly. Every movement feels slow, fluid, unhurried. Eventually, you slip from the comfort of the bed and pad across the wooden floor. Your footsteps make a soft tapping sound against the hardwood, a rhythm that feels comforting in the quiet morning air. The curtains billow slightly as you approach the balcony doors, brushing against your arm like a greeting. You pull them open. Cool morning air kisses your skin as you step out onto the balcony. Paris stretches out beneath you, still waking, still glowing with early light. The street below is alive in that calm, gentle way that makes mornings feel sacred. A woman cycles past slowly, a bouquet of flowers wrapped in brown paper resting in the basket of her bike. A man in a navy coat strolls by the flower shop, pausing to inhale the scent of fresh roses. A baker carries a tray of warm pastries from the back of his shop to the front display. The rooftops shine faintly under the morning sun, their slate tiles catching soft highlights. Chimneys rise like little towers, casting long shadows across the buildings. It feels like the city is stretching with you, slowly, elegantly, with the kind of ease that only comes from centuries of living. You rest your arms on the balcony railing, letting the cool iron press into your skin. You inhale deeply. The air smells faintly of warm bread, stone, early coffee, and the softest trace of jasmine drifting from a balcony below. You breathe out slowly, letting the breath fall out of your chest. In this moment, clarity washes through you, subtle, warm, grounding. You know exactly where you are, and you feel entirely present in the moment. There is no yesterday, no tomorrow, just the softness of Paris waking around you. You linger on the balcony for a little longer, closing your eyes as the breeze brushes your face. When you eventually move back inside, the apartment feels warm and familiar. You run cool water over your face. You dress in something light and soft. You smooth your hair, add a whisper of perfume, slip your bag over your shoulder, and step out into the hallway. You descend the staircase, fingers gliding along the worn banister. The building smells faintly of lavender, soap, and old books, the unmistakable scent of Parisian apartments. When you step out onto the street, the sunlight welcomes you instantly. You begin walking with no particular plan. The morning air is cool against your skin as you stroll past a row of small shops, a newsstand, a tiny bookstore, a florist arranging buckets of fresh peonies outside her shop. The city moves around you effortlessly, each person playing their part in the morning symphony of footsteps, voices, bicycle bells, and the clink of coffee cups. You stop at a small cafe with round bistro tables scattered along the footpath. The waiter greets you with a smile, setting down a menu with a soft thud. You order a cafe cream and a warm croissant, and he returns with them a few minutes later. The croissant is golden and flaky, steaming softly when you break it open. The butter melts perfectly across your tongue. The coffee is warm and velvety, tasting like sunlight softened into liquid. People walk by, effortlessly chic, moving with the ease of those who know their city intimately. A dog trots along happily behind its owner. A group of friends laugh brightly as they share pastries wrapped in paper. A woman in a long trench coat reads a book while sipping her espresso. You finish your breakfast slowly, savoring both the food and the moment. Then you begin walking again, drifting in the direction of the river. The Seine glimmers under the sunlight, its surface rippling gently as boats pass beneath the bridges. You walk along the stone banks, feeling the soft warmth of the sun on your face and the cool breeze brushing your hair. Artists paint on the riverside. Musicians lean against the stone walls, playing slow, dreamy melodies on violins and guitars. Tourists take photos. Locals walk briskly, heading to work. The city is alive, but it never feels overwhelming. It feels like a river itself, steady, flowing, patient. You cross a small bridge, pausing in the middle to watch the reflections shimmer. The water moves slowly beneath you, carrying tiny flecks of golden light across its surface. You continue walking, slipping into the winding streets of Le Marais. Here, the buildings rise closely, tall and warm toned. The shop windows sparkle with curated beauty, linen dresses, silk scarves, delicate candles, stacks of art books, handmade ceramics. The scents shift as you walk. Warm vanilla from a bakery, sandalwood from a perfumery, citrus from a soap shop. You step into a jewelry shop with golden lighting and soft piano music playing quietly. A woman with kind eyes greets you and invites you to explore. You run your fingers along trays of fine gold rings, slender bracelets, and delicate necklaces. One piece catches your eye, a tiny star pendant on a thin, shimmering chain. You hold it up to the light, watching it sparkle. You don't buy anything, but the moment leaves a softness inside you, a quiet reminder that you are here, living a version of your life that feels expansive, warm, and aligned. Back outside, you walk through Place des Vosges, where the grass is bright and soft. Families picnic under the archways. Children run across the lawn. People read books on benches, basking in the early afternoon sunlight. You sit under the shade of a tree for a moment, watching the world move around you. Time feels wide here. You breathe slowly, listening to the soft rustling of leaves overhead. The city smells faintly of warm stone, green gardens, and sweet pastries. When you stand again, you walk toward Al St. Louis, crossing a small bridge. The island feels like a secret tucked in the heart of the city, quiet, elegant, almost hushed. You stop at a gelato shop known for its long flavors. You choose 2 scoops and take your first bite as you wander down the narrow street. The gelato melts instantly, sweet and cool on your tongue. You pass pastel colored shutters, ivy draped balconies, neighbors chatting across windows. It feels gentle here, like time has slowed even further. And as you walk, a feeling washes over you, subtle, warm, undeniable. A feeling of being exactly where you need to be, exactly when you need to be there. A feeling of alignment. Something inside you unclenches. You throw away the empty cup and stroll back toward the river. The sun softens as the afternoon stretches on. Paris glows. Buildings shimmer under the golden light, and you drift toward the evening, feeling yourself dissolve deeper into ease. You continue your slow walk along the river, watching as the light gradually grows warmer, deeper, more golden. Paris shifts around you, the afternoon mellowing into that soft, almost magical time where everything feels dipped in honey and wrapped in warmth. You pass a booth selling tiny watercolor paintings of the river. The artist stands behind the table, arranging her work carefully. She smiles at you as you look down at the small paintings, each one a quiet moment captured in blues and golds. You run your fingers lightly along the edges of one piece, admiring the strokes. She nods at you as if to say she saw the connection. Even if you don't buy anything, you smile back and continue walking. The wind picks up gently, brushing your hair across your cheek. You tuck it behind your ear as you stroll toward Pont Marie. The bridge glows under the shifting sunlight, its stones warm in tone, its iron rails soft to the touch. You pause in the middle of the bridge, resting your hands on the smooth, cool metal. Beneath you, the water shimmers, little ripples catching the light like gold threads woven into fabric. A boat passes beneath you, slow and graceful. The passengers wave, and you wave back, smiling. It's such a small moment, simple and warm, but it feels like a piece of joy tucked quietly into the day. You leave the bridge and wander deeper into the streets. Paris begins to settle into early evening now. The shadows lengthen, the sounds shift. A violin hums softly from somewhere around the corner. The air grows warmer, carrying scents from restaurants preparing for the dinner rush, garlic, butter, herbs sizzling softly. You follow your instincts, turning when a street looks inviting, pausing when something draws your attention. You pass a window where a woman adjusts a dress on a mannequin, the soft fabric catching the light as the woman smooths it carefully. In another window, a man arranges fresh pastries on trays, each one dusted with sugar that sparkles softly under the lights. Eventually, you find yourself on a quiet, narrow street lined with warm stone buildings. Lanterns hang above doorways like glowing orbs. Wooden chairs are stacked outside closed cafes, and a faint breeze wraps around your ankles. Then you see it, a restaurant with warm, amber lit windows, a chalkboard menu outside, and tables set neatly with candles and simple white linens. It looks calm, inviting, intimate. You can hear soft murmurs inside, the gentle clink of forks and plates, the low hum of conversation. You step inside. A server greets you warmly and leads you to a small table by the window. The seat is comfortable, the light soft and golden, the view onto the street a perfect blend of movement and stillness. You order a glass of red wine and something comforting to eat, something simple, warm, rich. As you wait, you fold your hands on the table and breathe in the scents of the room. Herbs, roasted vegetables, freshly baked bread, hints of citrus, a touch of sweetness from a dessert someone is enjoying nearby. Your body relaxes deeper into the chair as you lean back slightly, absorbing the atmosphere. The wine arrives. You lift the glass, swirl it gently, and take a sip. It's warm and velvety, filling your chest with soft heat as it goes down. You feel the warmth unfurl inside you like a ribbon. You let out a small breath and smile gently to yourself. Your meal arrives shortly after, steaming, inviting, beautifully plated. You take your first bite slowly. The flavors blend perfectly, rich and delicate at the same time. You savor each mouthful, letting the meal anchor you in the moment. Around you, the restaurant moves in slow motion. A couple whispers over their desserts. A man at the bar reads a newspaper while sipping espresso. The server glides between tables quietly, their movements smooth and unhurried. You eat gently, slowly, savoring not just the food, but the moment it creates. You take your time finishing your wine, watching the world outside shift from gold to deep blue as night begins to take over. When you finally rise to leave, you feel warm throughout your body, your breath steady and soft, your mind clear. The city greets you again when you step outside, and the air has changed, cooler, fresher, tinged with night. Paris at night is something else entirely. The lamps lining the streets glow more vividly now, their amber halos stretching across the dark cobblestones. Windows flicker with warm indoor light. Shadows move like soft fabric, folding and unfolding as people stroll under the street lamps. You begin walking with no particular direction, letting your body move at its own pace. The evening breeze feels lovely against your skin, brushing gently across your arms, carrying traces of perfume from strangers you pass. Somewhere, someone is laughing. Somewhere else, someone is playing piano behind a set of open shutters. You walk along a long, quiet boulevard that feels almost suspended in time. The trees lining the street rustle softly overhead. You listen to the sound, letting it soothe you. A street light flickers once, then steadies again, faintly illuminating a couple holding hands and whispering to each other. You pass a bakery where the ovens are already being prepared for morning. You can smell the faint aroma of yeast, batter, and warm flour. Someone inside hums a tune as they work. You smile when you hear it, the pleasant melody floating into the night air. The streets grow quieter as you move closer to your neighborhood. There is something intimate in the stillness, like the city has tucked itself into a gentle embrace, holding you as you return. You don't rush. You walk slowly, letting the Paris night wrap around you. Finally, you reach your building. The facade glows softly under the street lamps. Your balcony curtains sway lightly in the breeze, brushing against the glass like a gentle wave welcoming you home. You place your hand on the door, feeling the cool metal of the handle beneath your fingers before you push it open. Inside, the apartment feels warm and still. The only light comes from the street outside, spilling through the swaying curtains and casting slow, shifting shapes across the floor. Everything feels untouched, peaceful, serene. You slip out of your shoes. Your steps are soft as you walk across the room. You let your bag rest gently on a chair. Your breath deepens naturally, as though your body knows you are home. You drift toward the balcony doors, drawn by the glimmer of night outside. You pull them open again, stepping into the cool air. The city spreads out below you, quiet, glowing, alive, but gentle. Every lamp, every window, every shadow moves like part of a slow dance. You rest your hands on the railing, fingers curling lightly around the cool iron. The breeze lifts your hair as you inhale slowly. You fill your lungs with the clean, sweet scent of night air mixed with warm stone and faint jasmine. You exhale, letting your whole body sink deeper into rest. A couple walks by below, their soft conversation drifting upward, blending with the distant hum of a passing car and the quiet sound of footsteps echoing against stone. A cat hops onto a neighboring balcony, settling down to curl into a warm patch of light. A window opens across the way, and someone adjusts a lamp, preparing their own nighttime ritual. You watch it all quietly, letting your eyes move slowly from one window to another. The curtains behind you sway gently, brushing against your arm. Everything in the moment feels delicate, slow, and safe. You close your eyes. The breeze brushes your face gently. Your breathing deepens, and your thoughts begin to slow, unraveling softly one by one. You open your eyes again and look up at the sky. It's dark blue, almost black, scattered with a few faint stars that twinkle like distant secrets. A soft glow from the half moon spills across the rooftops. You breathe in again, long, slow, steady, and something inside you releases completely. Whatever tension you carried earlier dissolves in the cool air. Whatever worries tried to cling to you fall away. Whatever thoughts buzzed around your mind drift off like smoke. After a while, you step back into your apartment, letting the curtain fall behind you as you close the doors. The room feels warm, inviting, serene. You turn toward the bed. The sheets look impossibly soft. The pillows are plump and welcoming. You slip beneath the covers, letting your body sink into the mattress. The sheets are cool, then warm. Your muscles melt, your breath deepens, your mind quiets. The street outside hums gently. The curtains dance softly, and you feel yourself drifting slowly, steadily, beautifully. You lie there for a long moment beneath the covers, simply feeling the weight of the blankets settle across your body. The warmth wraps around you softly. The mattress cradles you from below, and every breath feels a little slower than the last. The city's night sounds drift through the slightly open balcony door, softened by the curtains that shift back and forth with the breeze. You turn onto your side, adjusting the pillow beneath your cheek. The fabric is smooth and cool, your skin warming it instantly. Your jaw loosens, your eyelids grow heavier, fluttering slightly as they fight the urge to close. But you're not ready to sleep just yet. You want to linger in the feeling of Paris around you, this quiet comfort, this private moment of peace. Your breath deepens, becoming soft and rhythmic. Inhale, the scent of night air filling your chest. Exhale, the weight of the day rolling gently off your shoulders. You let one hand slip across the sheets, fingers brushing lightly against the blanket's edge. Everything feels hushed, delicate, warm. Still, something draws you back to the balcony for just a moment more. You pull the covers back and step quietly across the floor again. Your footsteps are barely audible on the hardwood. You move slowly, savoring each step, letting yourself feel the texture of the floor, the shifting temperature in the room, the softness of the air on your skin. When you reach the balcony doors, you push them open gently. The breeze greets you like a soft whisper. The night has deepened even further now. The sky has darkened into a richer navy. The stars faint but present, glimmering through distant clouds. The moon glows softly, casting a silvery shimmer over the rooftops. You rest your hands on the railing again and let your gaze drift slowly across the street. A street lamp flickers once and then steadies, its warm light spilling across the cobblestones. A solitary figure walks quietly down the sidewalk, their footsteps echoing gently. Their coat sways with each stride, their head tilted toward the ground, lost in their own thoughts. In the window across from you, a woman closes her curtains for the night. The soft glow from her lamp fades, leaving only a sliver of warm light beneath the fabric. You hear the faint hum of a distant car, the quiet clatter of dishes from an apartment slightly above you, the soft laughter of someone talking on their phone while leaning out their window. Paris at night has a way of calming the mind, not with silence, but with softness. Nothing is abrupt, nothing is sharp. Everything blends into a gentle hum. You inhale again, filling your lungs with the cool air. You hold it for a moment, savoring the familiar sweetness of nighttime Paris. Warm stone, jasmine, the faint scent of pastries cooling somewhere, a whisper of fresh laundry. Then you exhale slowly, letting your shoulders drop further. You rest your chin on the back of your hand, your elbows leaning lightly on the iron railing. Your body feels loose now, fluid, warm. You stay a little longer, letting your breathing sing with the city's rhythm. Slow, steady, peaceful. Eventually, you step back inside once more, drawing the curtains slightly closed. The fabric is soft beneath your fingertips. The room feels warmer now, illuminated only by the soft glow drifting through the window. You return to the bed, pulling back the covers. You slide beneath them again, feeling the comforting weight settle over your body. You adjust your pillow, nestling into the perfect spot. The sheets brush against your skin, cool at first, then warm and soothing. You close your eyes. Your breathing grows deeper with each inhale, longer with each exhale. Your mind wanders softly. You imagine the streets of Paris glowing far below, the gentle hum of traffic fading into a low murmur. You picture the river shimmering under the moonlight, the boats resting quietly, tied to their moorings. You think of the narrow streets and the quiet corners where lovers whisper, where friends share late night pastries, where neighbors water their plants under dim kitchen lights. You picture the rooftops, those iconic Paris rooftops, stretching out in rows, each one unique, each one carrying its own small universe behind the windows. You see chimneys rising like tiny towers, some with smoke curling lazily upward. You see cats perched on ledges, tails flicking slowly as they survey their domain. You picture your own balcony from across the street, a tiny square of light in the quiet night. You imagine yourself from a distance, relaxed, unhurried, wrapped in the golden softness of a Paris evening. You feel a sense of gratitude for this moment, for this gentle night, for the quiet space you've carved out for yourself. Your breaths become softer still. You turn onto your back, letting your limbs stretch comfortably beneath the blanket. The mattress supports you completely, molding to the curve of your body. Your chest rises and falls in slow, easy waves. Your thoughts begin to loosen. Images drift in and out. The bridge you crossed earlier, the warm glow of the restaurant, the gelato melting on your tongue, the scent of jasmine under the moonlit sky. Each memory floats upward like a bubble, shimmering briefly before dissolving into the quiet of your mind. The night deepens outside, and the apartment settles into absolute stillness. You feel the heaviness in your arms first, that soft, warm weight that signals your body is ready to let go. Then your legs grow heavy, your shoulders released, your jaw soft. You take another slow breath in. It feels like the air is moving through your entire body, clearing space, smoothing edges, calming everything inside you. And as you exhale, you feel a wave of comfort wash through you, a warm, steady wave that moves from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes, dissolving anything that needs to be released. You're drifting now, not all the way into sleep, but close, hovering in that delicious in between place where everything feels far away but warm, soft, safe. You hear the curtains shift gently in the breeze, a soft brushing sound. That sound becomes your anchor, your rhythm, your lullaby. You let your thoughts flicker out. Your mind feels like a quiet lake, smooth, still, reflective. You breathe again, long, drawn out, settling deeper with each exhale. Your eyelashes grow heavier. They flutter once, twice, then rest. Your entire body grows warm beneath the blankets, your chest rising in gentle waves. And just as you feel yourself slipping into that quiet drift, a soft, deep calm settles over you, the kind that only Paris at night can offer. A calm that holds you gently, like a warm hand placed over your heart. A calm that tells your body, you can rest now. You are safe. You are held. You are home. You drift in that warm, weightless space just before sleep, where the body loosens and the mind begins to unfurl. But instead of sinking straight into dreams, you feel a gentle tug, a soft pull drawing your attention back toward the world outside your window. You open your eyes slowly, not fully, just enough to see the dim shapes of the room, the soft glow of the curtain drifting in the breeze, the faint shimmer of the city lights brushing across the walls. There's no urgency, no need to get up, just curiosity, just calm. You slide your hand across the bed, feeling the warm indent where your body was resting. The sheets feel like warm satin beneath your fingertips. You inhale deeply. The air holds a faint blend of night jasmine, warm laundry, and the lingering warmth of your own skin. For a moment, you lie completely still, letting your senses tune into the soft hum of Paris at night. A distant car rumbles softly down the street. A set of footsteps echoes briefly, then fades. Somewhere, a door closes with a quiet click. A soft breeze brushes the curtains, carrying a whisper of coolness into the room. Every sound is gentle, every movement slow, every sensation soft. You sit up slowly, your body bending like warm taffy, unhurried and fluid. You swing your legs over the edge of the bed and let your feet touch the floor. The wood feels cool against your skin, grounding you in a way that feels almost meditative. You stand and walk across the room, each step a lazy, dreamlike glide. The slight chill of the air feels refreshing on your arms, waking your senses without pulling you from your calm. When you reach the balcony doors, you push them open gently, and the breeze slips past you like an old friend brushing your shoulder. Outside, Paris has settled into its quietest hour. The street below, once alive with movement and conversation, now rests under a blanket of soft darkness and gentle lamplight. The glow from the lamps stretches across the cobblestones like poured gold, illuminating small pockets of the street while leaving others in comforting shadow. You step onto the balcony. The iron railing is cool beneath your palms, and the breeze wraps softly around your body. You lean slightly forward, letting your elbows rest on the railing, and you gaze down at the scene below. A row of bicycles leans neatly against a stone wall. Empty cafe chairs sit arranged around round tables. A flower pot on a nearby balcony sways lightly in the wind. A lone pedestrian walks slowly down the sidewalk, hands tucked into their coat, their silhouettes soft and dreamlike. You take a slow breath in. The air feels different at this time of night, deeper, sweeter, richer. It carries hints of warm stone that spent the day absorbing sunlight, faint perfume lingering from evening strolls, and a soft coolness rising from the river. You close your eyes. When you inhale, Paris fills your lungs. When you exhale, your body releases another layer of tension. You feel your shoulders drop, your jaw loosen, your rib cage expand with ease, your whole body sinking into a state of softness. You open your eyes again, resting your gaze on the rooftops. The rooftops are one of the best kept secrets of Paris at night. In the dark, their shapes blend together like an undulating sea of shadows, broken by the occasional chimney, antenna, or terrace. A few windows remain lit, warm squares of amber tucked into the navy blue tapestry of the sky. Behind one window, someone adjusts their curtains. Behind another, someone sits on their couch reading, a blanket pulled over their legs. In another, a shadow moves slowly, someone preparing tea at a small stovetop. These tiny glimpses of quiet living add to the magic of the night, each window like a small universe unfolding privately while the city rests. You rest your cheek briefly against your hand, letting the cool iron of the railing support you. The breeze lifts strands of your hair, brushing them gently against your face. You bring your focus to your breath again. Slow, deep inhales, even slower exhales. Your heartbeat syncs with the rhythm of the night. You think back to the day, the warm croissant at breakfast, the walk along the riverbank, the golden afternoon light on the buildings, the softness of dinner by candlelight. All those tiny sensory moments begin to stitch themselves together in your memory, forming a gentle tapestry of warmth and calm. But then, as the night air deepens, something new unfolds. You look upward. The sky seems impossibly wide now, open and endless. Clouds drift lazily across the moon, their edges glowing faintly. The few visible stars flicker quietly, their light trembling like tiny candle flames. You feel a small, subtle shift inside you, something intuitive, something wordless. You are not just watching the night, you are part of it. Your breath, your stillness, your softness, it all blends into the quiet hum around you. You stay like this for a long moment, leaning against the railing, completely absorbed in the delicate atmosphere. Every part of you feels soothed, wrapped in velvet calm. Eventually, the coolness of the breeze deepens, signaling that it's time to return inside. You step back into the room, closing the balcony doors gently behind you. The curtains fall into place, drifting once more with the gentlest movement of air. The room feels warmer than before, familiar in a way that feels like home. The bed sits waiting, pillows plump, blankets inviting, sheets smooth. You walk toward it, the distance feeling a little dreamlike, each step soft, slow, drifting. You pull back the covers and slip beneath them once more. The warmth embraces you immediately, wrapping around your body like a gentle embrace. Your muscles sag into the mattress. You rest your head on the pillow, adjusting until your cheek finds the perfect spot. Your hand slips under the blanket, curling softly near your chest. You inhale deeply, exhale slowly. The bed holds you, the night holds you, Paris holds you. You close your eyes fully now. Your breath grows long and slow, moving in quiet waves that soothe your entire body. Your legs feel warm and heavy. Your arms loosen at your sides. Your mind begins to float again, drifting in gentle circles. You picture the city from above, rooftops glowing faintly, street lamps casting warm halos, the river shimmering quietly under the moonlight. You see your balcony from afar, soft curtains swaying, the glow of your room spilling out into the night like golden honey. The image drifts softly across your mind and then dissolves like a watercolor washed by rain. Your breaths deepen even more. Your body body sinks even further. Your mind loosens like a ribbon slipping from a bow, and slowly, gently, you drift. You drift in a warm haze, hovering between waking and sleep, the delicious place where your body feels heavy, your mind feels soft, and everything inside you loosens without effort. Your breaths fall into line, even waves that rock you gently from the inside out. But instead of falling straight into dreams, you find yourself becoming aware again, not in a jarring way, but in that slow, dreamy, floating way where awareness feels like a warm tide washing back into your chest. Your eyes stay closed for a moment longer. You listen. The room is quiet. The city hums softly behind the curtains. Somewhere, a clock chimes a late hour, a distant, muted melody drifting lazily through the air. You take a deep breath in. The air feels cool now, carrying the smallest hint of night rain. You exhale slowly, your entire body loosening down to your fingertips. You open your eyes again, slowly, gently. The room is dark except for the faint glow of the street lamp filtering through the curtains. Soft, shifting beams move across the floor as the breeze nudges the fabric back and forth. It's hypnotic, almost like the room itself is breathing with you. Something in you draws you back toward the balcony, not out of restlessness, but out of pure magnetism, like the night wants to give you one more soft, quiet gift before sleep fully claims you. You rise again, this time even slower than before, your limbs moving with dreamlike heaviness. Your feet find the floor, and you walk in a gentle, drifting sway toward the balcony doors. The air is cooler near the window. You can feel it brushing your skin even before you reach it. When you pull the curtains aside and open the doors, the night greets you like an embrace. The air is cold but soothing, brushing across your face and shoulders with the lightest touch. You step out onto the balcony again, feeling the cool iron beneath your hands as you rest them on the railing. Paris looks different now, deeper, quieter, softer, the kind of quiet that feels tender, almost sacred, the kind of night that feels like a secret shared only with those still awake to witness it. A gentle drizzle has begun to fall. You hear it before you fully feel it, the soft tapping of raindrops against rooftops, against awnings, against the leaves of the trees lining the street. Tiny ripples form on the puddles collecting in the grooves of the cobblestones below. The scent of rain touches the air, fresh, cool, earthy. It mixes with the warmth of the city, creating a perfume that feels ancient and comforting. You look up at the sky. Clouds drift lazily across the moon, glowing silver around the edges. A few faint stars peek through breaks in the clouds, twinkling softly like tiny diamonds scattered across velvet. You lean forward slightly, letting the drizzle kiss your face. Tiny droplets land on your cheeks, your eyelids, your hair, cool and soft. You inhale, filling your chest with the cool night air. When you exhale, something inside you melts. Deeper, warmer, slower. You wrap your arms around your torso, not out of chill, but out of instinct, the body comforting itself as it stands in the quiet embrace of the night. Below, a lone pedestrian walks with an umbrella, the soft rhythm of their footsteps syncing with the gentle tapping of the rain. Their shadow stretches across the streetlights, long and slow, drifting behind them like a soft ghost. A window across the way opens slightly. Someone leans out just for a moment, breathing in the night rain the way you are. They don't see you and you don't speak. It's just a quiet shared moment. Two people taking in the same peaceful hour. Two small pieces of the same city breathing together. You return your gaze to the street. The puddles glow under the lamps, golden reflections shimmering with each raindrop. The trees sway gently. The leaves glimmer like tiny mirrors as the rain touches them. You close your eyes again. The sound of rain deepens. The air cools your skin. Your breathing aligns with the falling rhythm, and your mind quiets completely. The rain becomes your lullaby, soft, steady, soothing. Your body feels heavy in the best possible way. Your chest rises and falls with long, effortless waves. Your jaw loosens. Your shoulders drop another inch. Your eyelids flutter at the edges of sleep. You open your eyes once more and take one last look at the city. Everything below glows with golden warmth. The rain softens the world. Paris feels hushed, romantic, otherworldly, like it's holding you in its hands. The moment feels full, complete. You turn and step inside the apartment, closing the balcony doors gently behind you. The sound of rain becomes muted, falling away like a soft blanket being draped over your senses. The room feels warmer now, intimate and still. The shadows stretch softly across the floor. Your bed waits for you, a soft cloud perfectly shaped to cradle your body. You walk toward it, moving slowly, almost floating. You pull back the covers again and slide beneath them, feeling their warmth close around you like a cocoon. You settle into your pillow, turning your cheek into the soft fabric. Your eyelids fall halfway, then close fully. Your breath deepens instantly as your body recognizes the safety of rest. Outside, the rain continues, quiet, steady, hypnotic. Inside, The room holds you with gentle warmth. You feel your arms grow heavy, your legs relax fully, your chest rises in slow, easy waves. Your thoughts drift like clouds across the sky. Your breath becomes the softest rhythm, in, out, in, out. You imagine the rooftops glistening under the rain. You imagine the river shimmering in the dark. You imagine the balconies dripping lightly as water collects in tiny streams. You imagine being wrapped in warm blankets while the city sleeps below you. The image feels warm, comforting, soothing, like a memory you haven't lived yet, but somehow already know. Your mind drifts further, your body sinks deeper, your breath softens more. You are almost fully gone now, almost fully dissolved into the night, almost completely held by the warmth of your bed and the quiet hum of rain soaked Paris. And slowly, gently, beautifully, you slip into sleep. Sleep pulls at you gently, like a tide drawing you toward a distant shore. You drift deeper, the room softening into a haze, your breath slowing, your muscles loosening until they feel warm and heavy and far away. For a while, you hover, not quite awake, not quite asleep, just floating. But the night has one more small offering for you, something so subtle and soothing that it feels like the final thread weaving itself quietly into the tapestry of your Parisian dream. You don't open your eyes this time. You don't need to. You simply notice. The faintest breeze brushes against the edge of the curtain, a soft whisper of movement. You hear the gentle, rhythmic tapping of rain outside, steady and serene. Each drop is like a tiny note in a lullaby, blending into a calm, endless melody. You shift slightly beneath the blankets, your body instinctively seeking the warmest pocket of softness. The sheets move with you, rustling gently, hugging your legs, your hips, your waist. Every part of the bed seems to cradle you, as if it's adjusting around you to hold you even more tenderly. Your breathing falls into an even slower rhythm. Inhale, puss, exhale, settle. A warm heaviness spreads through your limbs, a heaviness that feels safe, grounding, almost delicious. It travels through your thighs, your calves, your arms, your fingertips. Even your eyelids feel warm and weighted, like they're wrapped in velvet. The room is quiet except for the rain. Paris hums faintly beneath the storm, and in this silence, your mind begins to wander, drifting into soft, sensory fragments, half dreams and impressions that feel both imagined and deeply real. You picture the rain soaked street below, the golden pools of lamplight shimmering across puddles. You imagine the rooftops glistening like black glass in the downpour. You imagine the scent of wet stone and warm cafe air rising into the night. You see your balcony, the wrought iron railing sparkling with droplets, the curtain fluttering softly behind the closed doors, the faint glow of your room casting a warm halo onto the damp floor outside. These images drift in and out, slow and weightless, like feathers floating across your mind. Your breath deepens again. Inhale slow and full. Exhale even slower. The quiet hum of the night begins to sync with your heartbeat, a soft, steady rhythm, the gentle pulse of rest. You imagine the scent, dark, glossy, winding through the city in smooth, unhurried curves. You imagine walking beside it earlier that day, watching the reflections ripple in the current, listening to the low murmur of the water moving past the stone embankments. You imagine the distant glow of Notre Dame, its towers rising against the night sky, the sound of bells echoing faintly across the river. You imagine the warm lights of cafes along the boulevard, shadows moving softly behind windows as people linger over late night conversations, hands curled around steaming cups of chocolate or wine. And you imagine yourself there, not rushing, not thinking, not planning, just being, just existing, just breathing in a city that asks for nothing from you except presence. The memory feels like a soft blanket around your mind. Your breath slows again, shoulders sinking deeper into the mattress. You drift further. Your thoughts grow quieter, not disappearing, but dissolving into softer shapes, like clouds losing their edges as they stretch across the sky. Your body feels impossibly heavy now, as though gravity has doubled, but in the gentlest way possible. Every muscle relaxes, every joint releases, every subtle tension melts away like wax in warm sunlight. Paris remains with you, not the busy daytime Paris, but this soft, quiet, rain soaked Paris that exists only in the late hours when the world goes still and the city hums beneath its own heartbeat. You picture the Eiffel Tower again, rain sliding down in its iron frame like liquid silver. You imagine its lights flickering through the mist, softening the edges of everything around it. You picture a quiet cafe on the corner, chairs stacked, umbrellas folded, raindrops tapping softly on the awning. The chalkboard sign still sits outside, the day's menu written in looping, elegant cursive. You picture the bookstore from earlier, its windows fogged from warmth inside, a single lamp still glowing in the back of the shop, illuminating rows and rows of stories waiting to be discovered. You picture a street musician packing up his violin case, his footsteps slow, echoing gently through the rain as he walks home. These images swirl lightly through your mind, drifting without urgency, without weight. Soft dream seeds settling into fertile soil. And as your breath settles into its slowest, softest rhythm yet, your thoughts fade even further. You can feel your body beginning to sink toward the edges of sleep. Your fingers loosen, your jaw softens, your eyelids grow warmer, your breath becomes a whisper. Paris holds you in its quiet embrace, warm linens beneath you, cool rain outside, candlelit memories drifting across your mind like small, gentle lanterns floating across water. The city feels alive, but gently so, aware of you, calming you, keeping watch while you rest. You shift once more, nestling deeper into your pillow, your cheek pressing into its softness. A warm ripple moves through your chest as your whole body settles into its final, effortless state of rest. Your breathing becomes the smallest, slowest tide. Inhale, a soft lift. Exhale, a gentle fall. Your body drifts. Your mind drifts. Your awareness thins like silk being pulled through warm water. You feel the warmth of your bed beneath you, the coolness of night air lingering in the room, the steady rain outside, the soft hum of the city, the absolute stillness inside your body. Everything around you, every sound, every memory, every sensation wraps itself around you in a cocoon of perfect calm. And slowly, beautifully, inevitably, you fall past the weightlessness, past the drifting thoughts, past the slow waves of drowsiness. You glide down into deep, uninterrupted sleep, soft, warm, peaceful, held. Paris fades into twilight. The rain becomes a soft blur. Your breath becomes the calmest rhythm. Your dreams open like doors, and you let go completely, held by the night, held by the city, held by rest.